So do you know what today is? Today makes 2 years that I've been living here. And 2 years that I left Maryland and drove here for 4 days and arrived on the 27th. It's also 1 year of me getting rebaptized. And I'm just kind of amazed because, well, I guess I should probably tell you the story. Here's the first thing. When God originally told me to go, I thought I was tripping because I was watching Fresh Prince. I was in my room, just doing something, and I heard him say, "You're moving." And I was like, "Okay, Lord, confirm it." And he started to give me more downloads and instructions on what I need to do. And one of the things, or two things he told me to do, was to quit my job. And then he also said to leave my church. I said, oh no, that's got to be the devil, because there's no way he would bless me with those two things and then tell me to leave them within the same week. But I did. Then this happened. After quitting, mind you, and at the job they were giving me a promotion, and I still said, thank you so much, I have to go. Not knowing where I was gonna go, not knowing what God had lined up yet. 2 weeks passed by after leaving my church and leaving my full-time job while still having another one, with weekly pay. And I said, okay, Lord, it's been 2 weeks, bills gotta get paid, what is I'm doing? And he said, you're gonna go back to school. I was like, why would I do that? And it's not like no, let's be real, I was talking back. I was being that difficult, stubborn kid. And I didn't understand that he had a plan for me all along. Fast forward, I signed up. And my roommate and best friend at the time, you know who you is. And she was like, you're not serious, you didn't do the FAFSA. So that prompted me to actually get started. Did the FAFSA, didn't think anything of it. God said, go to the school and sign up. I go to the school and I sign up. And then out the blue, I recognize that the lady that's helping me, her name is Mary. She's so sweet. And then after getting signed up, I had already saved up money to go to where I'm living right now. Not realizing that the same money I saved up was going to be used for my first 2 classes. Are you kidding me? So here's what happened next. I get to the school like he says. I sign up for the classes. I see how much the classes are going to take. I ease into it by just taking 2. And out of nowhere, he says, use the money you paid to save up to move here for the classes. I said, oh, you've got to be kidding. And you know what? I did it anyway. And here's what happens next. I pay it outright. I go to my car crying, and I think I posted a video about it, but I didn't say exactly what it was. I'll link it below. And I was just like, there's no way that God is asking me to do all these things. He's never given me these types of instructions before. What am I supposed to do now? Fast forward. After taking the classes, I ended up knowing one of the professors from her sister and I went to the same high school. Just a lot of new things happened. And ended up passing the class and getting used to a new rhythm of this new season of my life. And November's approaching, and he's like, you need to go visit there so you can see what it's like. And I'm like, huh? You need to visit, he says, to go see what it's like. I said, well, how am I gonna get there, and who's gonna pay for these tickets and the place for me to stay? Here we go again. After all this, before I even find out how I'm gonna pay for anything, Holy Spirit is already telling me, when you go, you're gonna go to the first service. Mind you, no money yet, nothing, just faith, instructions, and a word. Maybe I should say that in order. Word, instructions, and faith. And that led me to where I was, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're already telling me that you're gonna provide. So if you're telling me that I'm gonna get there and I don't even have it physically in front of me, you're telling me not to lean to my own physical, tangible understanding, but to acknowledge you. Bet. So I started looking for flights. I started looking for motels, or hotels, to see what matches the price with what I can afford. And Little did I know, God booked the right thing. All I needed to do was stay there for 4 days. That's all I needed. And I'll make a longer video about all this, but I end up meeting someone who I still know today. Hi. You know who you are, girl. And I also end up meeting someone else who really spoke into my life. And all these things just happen all because I decided to obey this crazy instruction and this idea of me moving out of state, across country, doing something I've never done before, and following the leading of the Holy Spirit, not knowing what's gonna happen next. And people always wanna know, how do you follow a God that you can't see? Like this. Is it easy? Heck no. Is it fun? Yeah, it can be. Can it be challenging and daunting? Absolutely. What changes when you follow Jesus, when you really follow the flow of his instructions, not knowing how it's gonna pan out, is before I was walking in life without Christ, not knowing my purpose, not knowing who I was, and going to church per usual as a routine because I just felt like that was a part of my life, not knowing the intimacy I would feel actually getting to know Jesus for myself, removing church hurt, removing judgment, removing the religious aspect of it that makes you feel like you have to work to earn his love, when he's like, no, I just give it freely. Once all of that was removed, it was like, oh, this is who Christ is. There's peace here, right? There's love, unconditional love here. Oh, I don't have to work to earn your grace. Oh, you give new mercies every morning. So all this to say, when God told me to move from Maryland to Los Angeles, not knowing the outcome, and now I'm in the place and position where he's revealing even more as to why I've been here, I'm now learning to walk into it, and this is just the beginning. And today is just August 24th, 2026. 2 years in living here. Will be the Thursday, the 27th, and I just had to share that testimony. I will share a longer video next time so you can know all the deets. Remember, if God is telling you to do something, if he's instructing you to do something and it sounds crazy, think of Abraham, right? Think of Moses. Follow the leading of the Holy Spirit. Ask God to confirm in different ways. Be a kid with it as well, right? If you're like, Lord, let me do this, or you want me to do this, let a balloon pop. Heck, say something crazy. He'll do it. And confirm and say, Jesus, allow it to be you. If this is what you want me to do, if this is not you, allow this not to happen. And he'll confirm. He wants the best for you. He loves you. If there's anything that you're holding on to, if you're carrying weight, if there's something that you have not surrendered to God, release it, let it go. Forgive yourself, forgive others, and ask for forgiveness from Christ. And stop holding your breath. He created us with breath. So just breathe.